Everybody, we are bright and early for a lot of us. Today, we're taking some time off. Some of us are back to work. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, but I want to thank everybody for being here as always, bringing a broadcast 5 days a week, 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. And I'm talking about using this time wisely. I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas. I hope everybody had, let me get rid of that. Cool. I hope everybody just enjoyed themselves in some way, shape, or form. But one thing I was talking about this morning, I've been talking about all this week. I had such a great conversation with someone, a florist actually, and it was looking at how this year was just a little different for the holidays. How things just seemed a little, I'm not trying to say weren't good or anything like that, but it was just different, had a different feel. And I might not be the only one, but from my side of things have looked different this year. Not bad, not good, just it's different, right? But one thing that I'm looking at is how are people going to be, taking advantage of the fact that yes, things are different. Yes, things might not feel as good. Um, I shouldn't say feel as good, feel as memorable. I think that's the thing. Like, people are just a little off. We got different stressors, we got different worries. I mean, even with the florist I was talking about, it wasn't just the feel, but it's like economically, just the shifts. We're in the South, and poinsettias, that's a huge argument. Some people say poinsettia, the big, beautiful red flowers, and poinsettia. I say poinsettia, it's two T's. Anyway, poinsettia, that's weird. All right, ignore that. So it's a little different. But what's happening is that this, lady was telling me her and her company of generational floors and generational company, and they haven't refloors, and they just love the whole world. And he noticed that the poinsettias did not sell. And I'm talking rows and rows and rows. They have this huge area, greenhouse, and they did not sell more than like 10 to 20 this year. And it's like, man, what is going on? What is happening? And it's not that anything's wrong. Things are just looking different. I think a lot of us didn't plan on this. We were going off what we would have liked to happen. I think a lot of us, a few different reasons. Some of us looked at things like for what we liked. Some people looked at things for what we remembered. Some of the things looked at it would be a wish list. But I think ultimately is none of us planned for this. None of us are kind of planned for things to be a little different, right? And I'm looking at like what can we do to value our time now? What can we do to take advantage? Because some of us are kind of shaking this off. I am for one, still kind of shaking off the Christmas holiday and this time of year of rejuvenation. But I'm looking at the time that yes, things are different, but what can we do to make it better next year? What are some ways we can utilize our time wisely? And I'm looking at what are you doing with your time now? If you're off, if you're running, half steam right now because some of us just aren't working, but how are you spending your time? What did you do yesterday? Did you rest? I'm looking at people, looking at their downtime. Are they really being down? Are they really just relaxing? Or are we thinking and stressing and worrying about what his time has passed? Things that we can't do anything about. And that's why I'm kind of relating this to like if things were off last year, this year, yesterday, or this month, or whatever it may be, what are we doing with this off time? Are we just sitting back talking about the time that we can't get back? Or are we looking at how we're going to make our time better utilizing towards the future? And it's one of those things that, it can kind of slip by because we get caught up on what wasn't or what we would have liked, but we don't think about what we can create. I know lots of us are getting caught up in the new year, and I get that. I'm really going to challenge people as, how are you resting? How are you spending your time to make sure, even if the time is off, when things are back on for you, how are you, thank you for that, how are you kind of utilizing yourself out there? What are you doing to make sure that even though the time might be off, what are we going to do once we go back to work? Use your time wisely and rest is what I'm talking about. Yes, things might be a little off, things might be a little different, but it doesn't change the fact I know chronically lots of us, good morning, buddy, a lot of us need to rest. And we get caught up sometimes in how the holiday wasn't the same, and that time has come and gone. That time, December 25th is gone, 23rd, 22nd, all those days are gone now. But are we going to spend these next few days leading up to the next year thinking about, oh, how it wasn't what we remember or what was what we like? Or we're going to say, let's utilize this time to make even better next year, to make even better tomorrow, to make it even better today. For some of us to utilize our time wisely, it needs to be us taking some naps, us getting some rest in. I'm not working a full day today. I'm not. because I want to make sure that I can approach things with new eyes. Going into the new year with new goals, new resolutions, make sure you're approaching it with fresh eyes, whereas you're going to make the same decisions to repeat everything that you're doing right now this year. Do some things differently, but you're not going to know what to do differently if you're not taking the time to do something different. Maybe you just need to not only not rest, but maybe you need to strategize. I need to be better at planning some things. I'll get to about step 15, and then I kind of wing it. Something I need to get better about. That's how I'm utilizing my plan. I'm taking my plans beyond step 15 to 20. I'm taking it a step further. Maybe my plans don't need to go to step 15, but that's how I plan on utilizing my time. Use your time wisely in this off time. Use your time wisely. If things weren't exactly what you wanted this year, use it wisely. Don't squander it, don't waste it. Short, simple, sweet message. Get out there, and thank you for that. Get out there and just use your time wisely. Get some naps, go to sleep. No judgment here. You didn't get what you wanted last year. Make it better this year. Simple message, impactful, follow it. Do what you got to do to make things better for you. Teach you how to own your happy 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Holla at your boy. Peace.